Hey everybody, Moto Poet here. Well, I had another dismal week in my Pulp MX Fantasy for the Supercross at Oakland. My riders in the 250 class were Garrett Marchbanks, Joe Shimoda, Vince Freeze, and Hunter Sales. I don't know what happened to Hunter Sales. I didn't have a chance to watch qualifying. I was busy, and he missed the first round because of COVID protocols. But according to the who's in, who's out prior to Oakland, he wasn't on the list of people who weren't going to be there. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got hurt in qualifying or just flat didn't qualify. But he was a high handicap rider, and there'd been a lot of scuttlebutt about how good he had looked prior to the season. So I thought I'd take a chance on him, and he didn't even get to race. My other three riders didn't do that well, but they were all four handicaps. Let's see, Freezy was sixth, Shimoda was seventh, and Marchbanks was eighth, and they were all four handicaps, so that gave me the same points as the second, third, and fourth. So I was happy with that, but losing all the points for sales really hurt. I was already whacked out last week from losing Colt Nichols, so I lost that. In the 450s, I had Barsha, Webb, Sexton, and Bogle. Barsha was a three handicap, which gave me the same as points as a first. And I don't know what happened to Cooper Webb and Chase Sexton. They had terrible races. They finished seventh and ninth. Bogle qualified well. He looked great in his heat race, straight to the main. And I have absolutely no idea what happened to him. He was in the race and then he wasn't. After a couple of laps, he was just out. He didn't crash. If he crashed, I don't know. I haven't gone back and looked at any news about what may have happened to him, but so that really took me out. And Webb was a scratch. Sexton was a four, so it still sucked. Barsha was the only one that did me any good. But the races, the 250 race was boring. It really was. Christian Craig just smoked everybody again. I had him last week, so I couldn't take him this week. I should have taken Seth Hamaker. I don't know why I didn't. I will next week and watch him crash out or not qualify or some weird thing. It's still fun. I still enjoy doing the fantasy thing. It gives me a reason to pull for some riders and not others. And even though I have riders that I would prefer to see do better, sometimes it's like, oh, go ahead and pass my favorite rider. So far, all the big hype surrounding Malcolm Stewart has turned out to be just that, hype. He's not doing any better this year than he was doing last year. He doesn't look any faster. He's just doing about the same. He's just kind of floating around. He finished fifth, which is good. It's good, but it's not what the hype was. It's certainly not what I expected. I'm sure it's not what he expected. I'm sure his expectations are higher, but the class is fast, and Jason Anderson looked absolutely on fire. He looked kind of, I don't know, at Anaheim 1, he just didn't look that good. But boy, he sure did last night. And he'll certainly be somebody I was really glad to see Aaron Plessinger do well. With the new bike and all that, it's the same with Anderson. I didn't know what to expect. He got banged up last week, and I didn't know, there was really no talk about how he was doing this week. If, he bruised his leg, and in the end, he said they made some changes on the bike during the week and did some testing, and it obviously helped. I wish I'd have picked him, but I didn't. Will I next week? I don't know. Barsha looked great. He made some good passes. I think he was in about sixth or seventh at the beginning of the race and caught up. AC, I feel so bad for Adam Cianciarillo because he's such a great rider, and his career has just been plagued with injuries, especially shoulder problems, which is what's wrong with him right now. Ken Roxon was looking speedy. He didn't get a great start like he usually does, but he was getting going, and he had a pretty nasty get off coming into the last turn, and he just never did. He never did get going again. I think he finished 12th. I don't even have it written down here. The racing was good. Michael Mosman in the 250 class, I guess go back to that, having problems again with consistency. He fell down at least once, but he still finished fourth. He was really going fast. He's one of the fastest riders out there, but it's like R.J. Hampshire. He's just explosively fast, but he's just having problems staying on two wheels. Shimoda looked awesome, grabbed the whole shot, looked very, very good, and was steady and just got off in the whoops, missed a whoop, and that was that. He still said he still finished seventh, but didn't help me that much. But anyway, that's how it went for me. Next week, San Diego. I'm not sure who my picks are going to be yet. Bogle, I'm interested to find out what's wrong with him. I wouldn't mind taking him again if he's going to be there. Well, that is my take on the Oakland race. I'm really looking forward to the San Diego race. And for everybody who's never been to the San Diego race, if you have the opportunity to go to a race at Petco Park, because I went to a race years ago at Jack Murphy or whatever, Qualcomm. It was okay. It was a big old layout. It was okay. But Petco is a great place to watch a race, and it's right downtown, so you can go to all the places. It's really cool. So, yeah, check it out sometime. All right. Well, I'd like to know what you think about all this. What your thoughts on the Oakland race were. Are you doing fantasy series? Are you doing the pay one like I do, or just the other one, or not Pulp MX, some other one? I know there's a whole bunch of them out there, but I think it's fun. If I don't win, I don't win. I'm not going to win. I'm already in 17,000th place or something like that. But let me know what you think about all of it. All right. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com if you have anything that you don't want to say on here, or call me names or something. And we'll see you next week.